Defending champion's been making a lot of news. Some injuries, some roster moves, a couple over the weekend. A couple guys that we thought may be done aren't done yet. They've joined the Baltimore Ravens, receiver Brandon Stokely. When the last guy who had been a member of the Ravens to win a Super Bowl, the first one back in 2000, Ray Lewis, retires. Brandon Stokely, who was on that team, comes back, and also tight end Dallas Clark, who won a ring with Peyton Manning in Indianapolis, now on the team. And it's a team that's been coached for 5 years now. This is year 6 by John Harbaugh, longtime assistant at the Eagles before becoming the coach of the Ravens, and he joins us now. Coach Harbaugh, welcome to the program.
Hey, Mike, great to be with you.
Thanks for taking time. I know that it is a busy time of year for you as you try to defend that title. How much of a vacation do you get to take after winning the Super Bowl, either then or at some point later?
Well, we got some time. We got some family time, especially in the summer, and, there's a weekend here or there. So, but now you get right back to work. The treadmill never really turns off in the NFL. I don't really care if you do happen to win a Super Bowl or not, but it does get a little time gets to be of the essence when you do that, because you're pretty deep into the off season program by the time you get done playing, so you really have to go right back to work.
Even when you're on vacation, though, can you completely shut it down? I mean, completely and totally shut it down. You just still keep track on what's happening, check in with this guy or that guy, just so you don't totally lose touch with what's going on.
Well, I just try to read PFT, and that keeps me updated.
There we go.
Going on in the
I was fishing for that. You bit the hook. Thank you. I just got to reel it in. Now, back when the Patriots won their first Super Bowl, they started that trend of having the team introduced all at once, and everyone's done that since. And this year you may have started a more expensive trend for the head coach by buying a trophy, Super Bowl trophy, Vince Lombardi trophy, for every member of the coaching staff. Why did you decide to do that?
How did you get that anyway, by the way? I got to tell you, your powers of finding stuff out is pretty impressive. We try to keep that a secret, but...
How are you going to keep it a secret when you've got 20-plus coaches who have on the mantle in their house Lombardi trophy?
No. Hey, you know what? I mean, it was a great opportunity to be able to do it, and we have a great staff. I mean, we really do. I feel like we've got the best staff in football. I watch these guys every day. I'm amazed by what they're able to do and what they accomplish with our guys, how hard they work. So, to me, it was the least we could do, and I was just proud to be able to do it, and got one for my dad as well, and it was a big deal. It was just nice to be able to do that.
Talking with Ravens coach John Harbaugh, and just so we're clear, this is full-size, actual Vince Lombardi trophy, not some little tiny replica.
No, they're not full-size. They're not full-size. They're like half-size, just for the record. They're not quite as costly as maybe it's out there, so don't give me too much credit.
So they're like you get them on eBay for $99.99. Is that what it is? Plastic.
No.
So. The effort now is to get another real one, and this is the first time you've had to do it. How is the challenge any different as you approach the season, knowing that you're the team that's at the top of the mountain and trying to stay there?
Right. Well, to me, that's more of an opportunity. It seems like, it's not like you don't get everybody's best shot every week, and maybe even more so for our team for whatever reason. It seems like we do get everybody's best shot every week. It's been that way, really for 5 years here now, it seems like. At least we look at it that way. And then it's different every year. So this is no different in the sense that it's different. Now, we have turned the roster over quite a bit, but if you look back over the last few years, we've done that every year. I mean, every year we've had a bunch of veteran players who've been around for a long time have left us, and everybody was saying, they'll never recover from it, and we've managed to do that. So I'm proud of that, and I think our guys will step up, and, maybe it keeps us all hungry, and I know it keeps the guys who have something to prove here hungry. So, it's kind of exciting that way, and that's what makes the National Football League so great.
You just picked up a couple of veterans in receiver Brandon Stokely and tight end Dallas Clark. What attracted you to them?
Oh, they're good players, Mike. I mean, that's the thing. We feel like they've still got gas in the tank. We'll see. It's competitive. They've got to come in and compete. They know that. They want an opportunity. And, you look at what Brandon did last year in Denver. He played the whole year, had a bunch of catches, played very well. We had to deal with him twice, so we saw that firsthand. And then Dallas Clark, he had almost 50 catches last year in a different kind of a system that he's used to being in, and 100 catches a year before. So it's not like he's too far removed from a lot of production. And I guess you go back to your own experience with guys, but I don't remember us covering Dallas Clark very well anytime we ever played him. So I'm looking forward to getting him in here later today and practicing tomorrow and seeing how he looks.
Talking to Ravens coach John Harbaugh. Coach, who do you miss the most of all the guys who left? And there were plenty, and it happens every year. But heading into this year, who do you miss most that was on the team last year?
Yeah, you know me. I don't make that list. That's not a list we
not even one?
Formulate. Nah, it's not a list. We're not list guys. We don't do lists.
What happens?
We miss them all. They're all. And truthfully, I mean, it's a team game, and those guys are all incredibly valuable to us, and we have great friendships with all those guys, and we'll continue to have that. And a lot of them we got to play against. So, it's they're all great players, and every single guy had a huge impact on the success that we had for sure.
Who's going to be the guy that gets the team pumped up from within the roster with Ray Lewis gone? And we saw every week how he would get the guys lathered up and almost into a frenzy. Is there a guy who's going to step into that role?
Well, yeah. I mean, first of all, Ray was just great at that. That's Ray's thing. He's probably going to be one of the great all-time, banquet tour speakers. He's just great at it, and so it was always fun to be a part of that. But the game is about more than emotion, and Ray would be the first to tell you that. So I don't think the emotional, fire-up speech is the main thing. But we have some guys, actually. And I would start with Sizzle. Suggs is a pretty fiery guy. And he interjects a lot more humor into his speeches. So, I would think he'd be a guy. Joe is not going to be that guy. He will not be doing – I think I could verify that for everybody, and it might come as a surprise to some, but he will not be the pregame speech guy.
How many of your secrets do you think Ray Lewis is going to spill on the airwaves this year and on the banquet circuit?
Ray says it all anyway. Has he ever not given him, an answer or a talk? I'm not too worried about it. Ray's got a great worldview. He's got a great perspective. He's a man of faith. That's his perspective, and it's a great perspective. He's going to speak truth as he sees it, and he's just going to be himself, and that's the beautiful thing about Ray Lewis.
Last one for Ravens coach John Harbaugh. The Baltimore Ravens will repeat as NFL champions if.
Oh, I haven't thought about that. I got no answer.
Oh, come on.
If we're the one true champion when it's all said and done, if we deserve it, if we earn it, then we will win.
But doesn't it all go out the window when you get to the postseason? I mean, you've done a great job. You get the team to the postseason every year. But doesn't it just, as hard as you work, as hard as you try, it all flies out of your control because it's the bounce of a ball, it's a call here, a call there, once you get to the postseason?
Well, at the end of the game, I think games are so tight, it comes down to that. But there are some intangible elements there that, sometimes you create your luck too, and sometimes the fortune goes to the most prepared or the most resilient, or the team that just refuses to say die or say quit in the end for some reason. So, try to build all those things. You try to build as many calluses as you can, just become as strong as you can and efficient in everything you do, and then you're right. At the end, you got to go play the game and hope and pray for the best and see what happens. But one thing about our guys, we've proven our guys are going to compete, and they're not going to back down, and they're going to give it their best shot. And we've weathered plenty of storms and adversity and tempests and disappointments, and bounced back. And that's what I love about this organization and these players and everything. That's what, to me, in the end, dictates who you are. So it's not about winning a championship. It's about becoming a champion. And you become a champion, you have a chance to win a championship. And then, like you say, you see how it shakes out at the end.
Well, great stuff, Coach. Best of luck going forward. Congratulations on your success, not just last year, but every year with the Ravens. We hope to talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Mike. Okay, say hi to your family for me.
All right, thank you, buddy. Coach John Harbaugh, Baltimore Ravens. Great guy, great coach.